she was like, I'm gonna call the cops, I'm gonna call the police, I'm gonna call the popo. And I'm like, what's up, my beautiful people? I am so happy to be back. My name is Miss Chanel Banks. You can call me Chanel. You guys, it's been so long since I did a video. To be honest with you, it's been a while. All right, let me put my phone on silent because literally I don't want no interruptions when I tell you this story. All right, so if you don't know, I'm a hairstylist and I'm a braider. So this client, I'm gonna give her a name, Keisha, and my assistant, which was there at that day, her name is Shasha. So Keisha and Shasha, okay? I'm not going to disclose their real names because honestly, you know. If you're watching this and you know who this Keisha is, you know who I'm talking about, okay? So, let's get to the story. It's just a busy, regular day at the salon. I'm just cleaning and sanitizing my salon before I leave for the day, before I lock up to go home. And I am on my way home. While I was driving, I heard my phone went off, that someone texted me. And literally, I did not look at my phone because, you know, safety first. You can't text and drive. So, you guys, so literally, I waited till I get home to answer this text message. I went home, I basically make sure my hands washed, sanitized, took a shower, everything, okay? I know it's COVID-19 and you gotta, you know, make sure that you ain't bringing no virus up in the house, okay? Now that I have showered and everything and I feel relaxed, I decided to look at this message. So I looked at the message. Keisha asked me, when is my next available date? I told her she wants to book for a braid appointment, but she was asking me about between box braids and knotless braids. I explained that to her, and literally she was asking me other questions on the length and the size and the price and all of that. I answered each and every one of her questions, so she decided to book because I seen a notification that she booked. So the next 2 days is her appointment. So fast forwarding in 2 days. So 2 days had passed and now it's Keisha's appointment. So I'm at the salon and Keisha is the last client I have to do for the day. So Keisha walked through the salon doors and literally she had a whole different, she had a bad attitude, like literally a bad attitude. I don't know if she was in an argument with somebody before her appointment or something happened that pissed her off. I don't know. So she just walked in with a stank-ass attitude, like a stank-ass attitude, okay? I greeted her. I said, hey, how are you? And she rolled her eyes at me.
And she's like, I'm good.
I always greet my clients and, you know, communicate with my clients. And we basically talk every time. Like, every time, each and every one of my clients, we have a conversation about celebrities, movies, politics, everything. Like, come on, like, we are like that. Like, but this particular client, she just walked in and just sat down in my chair. So she had big braids in her hair with her natural hair. So I unloosed her hair and stretched out her hair. I blow dried it straight. After I did that, I sectioned her hair to start braiding her hair with the braids. I felt so uncomfortable with her around me. I felt the bad negative energy. I don't know what happened before her appointment with her, but she had like a really bad attitude, When I asked her while I was braiding her hair, I asked her, what you doing this weekend? Like, what do you have planned this weekend? And literally, she was like,
oh, what?
I was like, when she was giving me that attitude, I was like, whoa, like, okay, like, I don't know what is pissing her off. So I still continued to do her hair. Right when I reached the top of her hair, I had 5 braids left. She was asking me how long it's gonna take. I basically answered, I said, I'm almost done. I got 5 more braids left to put in your hair and then we'll be done. She was actually like pissed off and like, she was kissing her, she was sucking her teeth like, oh, you know, like, I don't know what's taking you so long. And she was mumbling that, and I heard her mumble that. She was mumbling into like, I don't know what's taking her so long. And literally I said, because of the reason I had to stretch out your hair earlier, and I had to make sure that your hair is more softer to braid, so I had to make sure everything is good and smooth for your braids. She did not have it at all, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Right when I finished her braids, I dipped her hair in the water, trimmed her ends. In the midst of me drying her hair with the towel, squeezing the water with the towel that her clothes won't be wet after, she asked me how much is the remaining, like what is the remaining balance. I told her what the remaining balance is, but you know what? I did told her before, and I reminded her before her appointment, so maybe she forgot. And she was saying, oh, she don't have cash with her. So I'm like, okay, I can take debit. I have my POS system right there, so I can take debit or credit card, okay? She said to me, oh shit, I forgot my debit card and my credit card. I think I forgot it at home. I said, okay, no problem. And she's like, right when I was gonna say something to her, she said, do you take e-transfer? I said, yes, I do. I was just about to say so, but yes, I do take e-transfer. So I was like giving her a smile, a positive, keeping it positive. And I'm like, yes, I do. She asked me what my email is. I told her what the email is. It's the exact same as my business. So I told her what the email is. I send her a text message that it could be faster for her because I know that typing it out will take a while. So I send it to her so she could just copy and paste it. So she said, okay, she got the text message with the email. I said, okay. We were there for like 5 minutes and she said, hey, I send it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I picked up my phone and I looked at my email. I didn't see anything. I'm like, okay, I didn't see anything, but I refreshed. So I refreshed the app and I'm like, okay, I still don't see anything. I went on the browser and signed in my email on the browser. Still don't see anything. I said, I didn't receive the payment.
She said, oh, I sent it.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't receive it. So she's like, oh, maybe you should just refresh your phone or whatever. So I closed down the browser and then open a new browser and sign back in. So I did so. I still don't see an email. I still don't see the payment. So I went to the door and like stand in front of the door so she won't leave the salon. I said, you know what? Yeah, I still don't see the payment.
She's like, I did send it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I did send it. I'll try it again, though. I'll cancel it and try it again.
I felt the door moving. I was like, okay, like, what the hell? Like, but then I realized it was Shasha, my assistant. So Shasha's like, Chanel, like, open the door. Like, what's going on? So I moved a little bit and she came through the door. So Shasha was like, okay, what's happening? Why are you standing behind the door? So I told Shasha exactly what happened. Keisha is not paying for the service, her hair braided. She says she don't have cash and she don't have her debit or credit card and she could do e-transfer. It's taking her almost more than 10-20 minutes for her to send this e-transfer. So Shasha was like, you know what? Let me just give you my email, Keisha, and you can send it to me. All right? And Keisha was like, okay, fine. What's your email? So Shasha gave Keisha the email, her email, and literally we're waiting for Shasha to receive the e-transfer from Keisha. And literally, like, I'm telling you, Keisha was like saying, I did send it to Shasha. I did, like, what's going on?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
She hasn't received anything at all. So Shasha was like, okay, like, did you send it to this email? She said yes. She's like, let me see what email did you send it to. So she's like looking at it and they're comparing photos. She's like, yeah, this is the exact same email. So what's the deal? I stand behind the door And I'm like, you ain't leaving without you paying. Pay for the service. Keisha, pay for the service. Where's my money? Pay me my money. You ain't leaving the salon without you paying. Okay? I was standing behind the door and she was all like, let me go, let me go, let me out, because I gotta go, I got things to do, let me out. And literally, I was like, I can't let you leave without you paying. I can't. And she was very upset. She was like getting from 0 to 100 with me. And
Fuck being on some chill shit. We go 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bill shit.
And she was like, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the popo. And I'm like, okay, go ahead, call the popo, call the police. Call them. And right when Keisha was telling me that she's calling the police and I was telling her that, yeah, go ahead, Shasha's already on the phone. Like, Shasha ain't playing. Like, Shasha, she was already on the phone calling the police on Keisha because Keisha is refusing to pay us the money. Keisha's on the phone with the police and Shasha's on the phone with police. And I'm just standing there like, okay, like, there's no point of me calling the police because both of these ladies are on the phone with police. I was like standing there waiting and 20 minutes go by, a knock at the door. And I opened the door. It was the police. There was 2 police officers just walked in. One lady and one male police officer walked through the door. So I closed back the door and all of us were all in the salon. The police was asking me, who is the owner of the salon? I said, it's me. And I told them exactly what happened. I told them that I did this service. I braided this girl's hair, Keisha's hair, and Keisha is not paying for the service. Keisha told me that she didn't have cash and she forgot her debit and credit card. And I do have another source, which is e-transfer. The police was turning to Keisha, but like, can you tell us what is really going on and why you're not paying for your service? You think that you can leave here without paying for your service because nobody get their hair done for free. And literally, like, Keisha was shook. Keisha was like getting shaky. She's like, I forgot, she's like, I'm in a rush and I sent the e-transfer to Chanel and her assistant and it's not, like, they're saying it's not going through. After she said that to the police, Shasha and I were like looking at each other like, well, we don't know what's next because we are not going to allow her to leave the salon without her paying. The police was like, okay, we would have to take you in, and because honestly you were just basically trying to rob these 2 ladies and they did give you the service so that you asked for. In 2 seconds, Keisha went in her bag, her handbag, her purse, her clutch, and she whipped out her debit card. And Shasha and I were like shocked. We're like, wait, what? We were shocked. The police, the officers were like, they were shocked. We were all shocked at Keisha because Keisha literally said she didn't have her debit card. And I took out my POS system. I gave it to Keisha and she just tapped with the square POS system there in my hand. And she went out the door. The cop was like, okay, like, what was the point of her trying to withhold of making a payment, like paying you for the service? I said, I don't know. But anyway, but you guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. I will still continue with the story time. This is my first time doing a story time, so sorry that it's not that exciting or that, you know, but, you know, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You drop comments in the comment section. The other stories what I dropped will be. Okay, you guys? Bye.